Hey everyone, D3 here from BrightIdeasScouting.com. We're at another Scouting in the Park, and today is day 11 of our 30-day countdown to the program updates coming June 1st. In the past, just to kind of give you an idea, we've gone through the handbooks, we've gone through the Cub Master supplies. Yesterday we talked about the value of these den leader books, so check out all those. If you haven't already done so, go to scoutinginthepark.com and subscribe to the podcast there. You can go into iTunes and look up Scouting in the Park. There's two different podcasts. One's a video format, and then there's an audio format where we simply strip out the audio from the video. So depending as to how you want to consume this, you can feel free to go there and do that. And let's kind of talk about today, we're going to deconstruct the Tiger Den Leader Guide. Now, I believe there is no more important book for a den leader than this den leader guide, especially for the tiger. For many tiger leaders, this is going to be their first time introduced to scouting, and they're going to be a little scared. They're going to be a little intimidated. I know a lot of times when we deal with tiger parents, you know, and you're looking around for someone to take the lead, they're scared. They don't think of themselves generally as leaders, and they certainly know nothing about the program. Generally speaking, there are exceptions to that, but it's hard to find leaders in that. And this guide is a beautiful guide. Take a look. It's got a beautiful tiger on there, and it's going to take someone who has no scouting experience and very quickly in the first 20-25 pages here, bring them up to speed on the value of this. And so if you're listening to this and you're a Cub Master, if you're a committee chair, if you're a committee member, and you're dedicated to the success of your pack, you need to get your den leader, especially for the tiger, this den leader handbook. This is going to give them the confidence and the security to implement the program. So I would highly recommend, if there's only one book you can afford, get the tiger one, because that's going to help set the path and give them the confidence that will help you in the next 3, 4, 5 years in going through. Now, I first of all recommend that you get all the books. We talked about that yesterday. But let's talk about the Tiger Den. So you've got a new parent who probably has no or little experience with Cub Scouts, still trying to figure out what is this Scout Oath, what is the Scout Law. Den Leader Handbook's going to do it. Starts off with a beautiful cover, everything that they're going to need for the entire year. If you're a Tiger Den Leader, this book is for you. Get to your Scout shop, get it. It's going to talk about what is the Scout Oath, what is the Scout Law, what is the thought behind each of these. It's going to give you an overview of Cub Scouting. What are our aims? What are our objectives? What are the different positions? Sometimes we use terms like Cub Master, Den Leader, Denner, Advancement Chair, Committee Chair. What do those all mean? This book's going to help explain it to you, the new parent in the Den Leader. Now, if possible, here's how I'd like you to amend what's in this book. We'll go through what's in the book in just a minute. So here's my little tip of the day. If you've been through the Tiger program in the past, if you're a wolf leader, bear leader, Webelos leader, even if you're not a leader, if you're a mom or dad who's previously gone through it, I would recommend that you mentor one of these people, whoever's your new Tiger Den Leader, for 4 weeks. When they first come in, they're going to be bombarded with a lot of stuff. They first heard about scouting. They've now joined scouting, and they want to come in, and suddenly they're bombarded with, I need a leader. I need you to get a uniform. I need you to buy this. I need you to go there and do that. And it's really overwhelming. If you think about the experience that a new Cub has and his parents have, it's very overwhelming. So let's take a look through their eyes and do it. First thing I would do is mentor them for 4 weeks, where you run the show for 4 weeks, show them how it's done, and then let one of the parents take over. If you're really smart, hopefully you've got 7 scouts. 7. And give 1 adventure to each parent. And say, hey, I need you in charge of 1 month worth of material for these 3 weeks. And here's the guide to help you. You get September, you get October, you get January, you get February, and this is what we're going to do. Highly recommend that you do that. But getting back to this book, talks about the aims, the goals of scouting. It's going to talk about what is an adventure. What are the required? It's going to talk about the awards. Look at this. These are beautiful pictures here that they're going to show you what is everything that they're going to do. Now, as you start to go through, you want to maybe plan it out and stuff. There is an annual plan. Check out BrightIdeaScouting.com for our annual planning podcast that we talk about that. And then they just go into talking about the 7 parts of a meeting and everything that goes through in that. But I want to spotlight just one. So all the adventures kind of follow the same pattern. And I want to take one. We're going to take the first one, the backyard jungle. Okay, so we're in Tiger, week 1. Here we go. Scene 1, go. And so we start with the rationale for the adventure. Let me just read it for you here. I haven't memorized it or anything. In this adventure, tigers will learn that there are many types of living things that share the place where we live. All animals, plants, and insects have a purpose in our environment, and it's everyone's duty to be mindful of the creature's habitat. Regardless of their age, tigers can make a difference. So this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to show that we share the world around us. Here's the takeaways. Learning about the creatures and plants that share our world. Knowing it's never too early to understand about animal and insect neighbors. Learning how to protect the environment, practicing service to the community and the world, and a scout is thrifty, kind, and clean. So we're starting to bring character in there, starting to bring parts of the Scout Oath and Scout Law, and we're making this very active. We talked about that in the early weeks where this is becoming more active than passive. We go through 5 different requirements. Let me give you an idea of what these requirements are. Take a 1-foot hike. Make a list of all the living things you found in your 1-foot hike. So what they want you to do is go to the backyard. What do you see? What are the plants? What are the bugs? What are the animals? What do you see in this small little area? You don't have to go on a 10-mile hike. You don't have to go on a 2-mile hike. You don't have to go to something. You just need to go out in your backyard, go to a park, go behind your chartered rep building, whatever it is, a church or Lions Club, wherever you guys meet, fire stations I've heard from some of you and stuff. What's there? Second one, point out 2 different kinds of birds that live in your area. Be helpful to plants and animals by planting, once again, active, planting a tree or other plant in your neighborhood. And guess what? As we go through there, they actually show you how to plant a tree. Maybe you've never planted a tree. I'm very fortunate in that I'm married to a master gardener. So we have a garden. So I get very blessed by having that. But maybe you've never done that. And you want to know, how do I plant a tree? Pictures right through there. Everything you need to know right up on top. How to plant trees. Materials, shovels, seedlings, water, and soil. With pictures, how to do it. Maybe you've never done it. The great thing about these guides is they're going to show you how to do it. And so just go through these, and it's very, very easy. There's 3 meeting plans built in here. Now, for some of you, you've written in and say, hey, V3, we only meet twice a month, but we meet for 90 minutes. Guess what? It's designed for roughly 3 45-minute sessions. So you're kind of going to do 1.5 sessions each time. No big deal. You need about 3 hours worth of work. So get the guide, go through it. You can see it's beautiful to work through. And if anything else, help your tiger den leaders become exceptional, and it will help you in the years to come as they go through. So as always, learn everything you can, share everything you know, live by the Scout Oath and Scout Law, and I'll see you tomorrow where we deconstruct the Wolf Den Leader Guide.